Hey there, I'm Steve, and welcome to Jamsinentertainment. I'm joined by my good friend Walt tonight, and we're going to be talking superheroes again. How's it going, Walt?
What's happening? Glad to be here. We'll get this ball rolling, get started, see how this goes.
So, where did you get your love for superheroes?
I like the fantasy of it. I like the idea that despite the bumps and the bruises and the bullshit from politicians, superheroes get up and do what they do every day.
Yeah.
I need the escape sometimes. I need the fantasy. I need the escape. We have enough reality sometimes. So it's like I need that fantasy, even if it's animated, where the good guys win. Like I said, they take the bumps and the bruises, but they do win. And they look good doing it.
Who was your first superhero that you loved?
Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah?
For obvious reasons. That long hair, the long legs, everything else that comes with it. What are you going to do?
Was it a certain issue, or was she like a cameo, or what? How?
No, but the original Linda Carter Wonder Woman TV show.
Okay.
Oh, man. I thought she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. But then as I got older, I realized there were other superheroes out there. Okay, this guy does this woman does that. Okay, I get it. And I like the escape into that world. After you pay all your bills and take every responsibility you got to take care of, I need that escape. So animated and or live action.
Did you also watch like the Hulk TV show?
Yep. I liked old Bill Bixby, Hulk. All the cartoons that came years and years after these come on Saturday mornings when I was a kid. I like the idea of that. I like becoming something. They turn into something. They become something. They train to want to do something so badly that it just eats away at them and they have to do it. They don't have to do it, but they for themselves, they have to do it.
And you read the comics, don't you?
Not as much as I used to.
Yeah, that's something I never really got into.
Not as much as I used to. It can be an expensive habit. I mean, look at your DVD collection and my DVD collection. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, so that's just DVDs and Blu-rays. Imagine if we had a comic book collection.
Oh yeah.
That would we have a fucking fire hazard in our living room.
God.
You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. If I'm not mistaken, Nicolas Cage had an extensive comic book collection, and he had to sell it. I think he said something like, after a while, the things you collect start to collect you, or something like that, he said. So, and he could afford it.
Yeah.
We're working stiffs. You know what I'm saying? We don't have his income to keep buying issue after issue after issue. If we could, we would.
Yeah.
If I could do it, I would do it. I would start with Batman, X-Men, Superman, Incredible Hulk here and there. Daredevil for sure. Always like Daredevil.
Speaking of celebrities with comic book collections, that's how you saw the movie Clerks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's partially how Kevin Smith was able to make the movie Clerks. He sold his comic book collection, and once his movie was a success, he was able to buy it back.
From who? Who he started in the first place?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Or maybe just buy different copies of the same
I would say
editions.
Who knows?
I mean, maybe some of them he got back.
Yeah.
So, when you were a kid watching Super Friends, and now, do you think you could watch Super Friends now?
I do.
You do?
I have on DVD, and a lot of it was on DC Universe. So there's Super Friends, Challenge of Super Friends, and they're all on Disney Universe. Only ones I didn't care for, because Hanna-Barbera had a big habit of doing this, of teaming everybody up with a goddamn animal. So after Scooby-Doo, you had Jabberjaw with the goddamn shark. Then they had the Super Friends cartoon. They had the usual Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. But they had these three other characters. It was Wendy, Marvin, and Wonder Dog. And these two teenagers were supposed to be superheroes in training. I understood it for what it was, but that's my least favorite Super Friends cartoon.
I don't know if I could watch Super Friends now.
I can. Like I said, I do. I skipped that season, or seasons, I think, of that particular concept. But after that, I'm all in. I'm all in. It's different. It's because back then, oh my God, man, I can go on and on about this forever. But the Super Friends cartoons back then, censorship was different. Restrictions were different. Batman could never punch anyone. He had to catch every bad guy with a gadget.
Oh, God.
So if he was after Riddler, he could never physically punch Riddler. He had to, the bat, whatever this, and grab you. He could never physically put his hands on you. It was crazy.
I grew up with the animated series in the early 90s. I can't go watch Batman just use gadgets. I gotta watch him kick ass.
I know, but you work your way up to it, but I understood the times what it was then, so okay, now I get it. Same thing for a lot of Saturday morning cartoons. The Spider-Man cartoon in the 90s, and sometimes a lot of cartoons now, you can't say kill Spider-Man. Kingpin would say, destroy Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't use the word kill. Like I said, it's funny because Batman the animated series took place with Tommy guns.
Yeah.
But the Spider-Man cartoon in the 90s, there was no bullets. It was lasers. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So it depends on who's in charge, whatever. But there were a lot of restrictions back then and now. Because I remember a guy who works for DC Comics back then. There was a Saturday morning cartoon for, it's not Super Friends, it was called Superpowers Team. And of course they did the issue about Batman's parents. And he said you couldn't show parents getting shot, let alone on Saturday morning. So they walk into the alley, and Bruce Wayne says, Mom, Dad, he's got a gun. And you see lightning flash in the sky from a storm at night or whatever. So it's understood what's happening. So like I said, the restrictions and laws and rules that are in place then and now are, completely different. Up and down like a damn seesaw. But it works. I'm entertained by it to this day. What can I say? Maybe it's nostalgia. I don't know.
I don't know why, but as a kid, when X-Men show was out, I couldn't get into it.
No?
Probably because I love Batman too much. And I just watched that instead. That and Spider-Man. Yeah. And I know those shows actually crossed over a couple times.
Yeah.
But I know I got into X-Men when the movies came out.
Oh, that wasn't until 2000. So you avoided everything in the 90s?
I was Batman and Superman all through the 90s.
Well, yeah. Because how many times they cross over?
Yeah, they had a lot.
That was a lot.
Great crossover, especially World's Finest.
World's Finest.
I love that movie.
Then there was the other one. It was one episode called Nightfall. Where Superman pretended to be Batman.
Yes.
That was a dope episode. There was another episode. I can't remember the name of it.
There's another episode where
Batman comes to Metropolis dealing with Ra's al Ghul or some bullshit like that. I have them all. I just don't remember the name of it. Yeah.
But no, there's another one where Supergirl comes to Gotham.
Ladies' Night.
Because of...
it's called Ladies' Night.
Because
the episode is called Ladies' Night.
What's her name? The
Livewire.
Yeah, Livewire.
That was all women in the episode.
Yeah.
Batman was out of town, and he didn't know who Supergirl was. And he hung the phone on her. They wouldn't talk to her. The episode was called Ladies' Night, because it was all the women. It was Livewire, Poison Ivy, Harley, Batgirl, and Supergirl. The episode was called Ladies' Night. Aptly named, of course. But yeah. But the X-Men, oh my God, yeah. Now you gotta remember, Saturday morning cartoons are a little more colorful, a little more upbeat. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. But go back and get a chance to look at it, man. Go back and look at the X-Men from the beginning of the 90s. That was some good shit.
I'm definitely interested in watching it because I love the movies and I love the characters.
Yeah.
Let's get into the movies. So DC, what do you think DC's doing with their live-action movies?
Not enough.
Okay.
Not quite enough. It's funny. DC is kicking ass in the animated movie department.
Right.
Whereas Marvel is kicking ass in the live-action department, which is fine. It is what it is.
Well, okay, let me be more specific.
Okay.
Where do you think they're going with the live action stuff? Do you think, because I've heard speculations on the internet about this,
Mm-hmm.
do you think they're going to go more standalone movies like Joker, Harley Quinn, even though you could count Harley Quinn in the same universe?
Not the same, not as the not the same universe as the Joaquin Phoenix one. No.
No. That's
No.
that's definitely
a class
standalone.
by itself. Yeah.
But do you think they're going to go back to Justice League at all?
I would hope so, but I don't think they will.
Maybe
They still got the Ben Affleck one that he wants to do for HBO Max. HBO Max wants Ben Affleck to do a separate Batman movie.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What about the Robert
Pattinson.
Yeah.
That's something different. That's going to be a separate trilogy in itself in the theaters. If we can ever get the fuck back to theaters to see anything with this big-ass pandemic question mark over our goddamn heads.
AMC, I don't know why Regal hasn't really sent me any messages, but AMC said they were going to open up. I think that was like the middle of last month.
Right.
But they keep on sending me notifications every now and then. It's like, rent this movie. It's like,
the Riddler puts a green question mark on shit. The COVID-19 has a big black question mark over every fucking thing. It's like, god damn. But I understand it because you don't want to, put people's lives in danger. But
what do you think about the Snyder Cut coming out?
I'm dying for it. I want to see it. People were disappointed in Justice League.
I wasn't disappointed. You could definitely tell it was two directors who made it.
Exactly.
But I wasn't disappointed.
Whatever was missing, this Snyder Cut should satisfy everyone's appetite. Whatever it is you're looking for to happen, whatever it is you've always wanted to see, it should happen in the Snyder Cut. If it ever comes the fuck out.
Well, it's supposed to come out HBO
Max
next year, beginning of next year. I'm gonna have to get a copy or find a copy of BVS, the extended version. I
got that. That's not bad.
And then watch the Snyder Cut.
Mm-hmm. Compare them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a.
Well, that would be a true continuation. I mean, if you.
With the Snyder Cut and compared to the one that was in the theater, I'm telling you, it's gonna be fucking apples and oranges.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's what people want to see. They want to see what exactly Zack Snyder had envisioned what was going to come out. You want to see it from the pages come to life. Like, okay, you want to see it like this, not like that.
Out of the DC movies, I still have yet to see Shazam. Is that one connected to the Justice League movies at all?
No, it's not.
So that's why I'm wondering, are they going to start doing standalone movies?
That was a standalone, but here's the thing. Shazam became a standalone movie because of the failure of Justice League.
There's no hints to...
No, I don't. I saw the movie just once, but I don't recall it. There was a cameo at the end where Superman comes to his school. But they showed a person from here down. They never showed was Henry Cavill or not, which it wasn't Henry Cavill any fucking way. But that was a nice gesture on that point. But no, that was more of a standalone movie. Like I said, the problem is whatever worked for Marvel did not work for DC. The standalone movie, your standalone movie, the Iron Man, the Captain America, everybody's led up to the big fucking finish. Whatever DC just couldn't get their finger on the pulse of that. It just didn't work.
Well, the problem has been the problem the whole time. They keep on trying to copy Marvel instead of doing their own thing. I'm always going to argue that. So is a lot of other people. Instead of being like, oh, they have an Avengers movie, we need to make a Justice League movie, third movie in instead of like the fifth movie in. They needed a build-up. Well,
they thought you would have that with Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman.
Well, no.
They didn't do that. If they didn't put out Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman, and then Justice League, that might have been a bigger build-up. But because of the failure of Justice League, they needed Wonder Woman to really drive the fucking point home that we're forced to be reckoned with here in DC. And luckily, Wonder Woman did that.
Yeah.
And then Aquaman did that, thank God. Yeah. That saved that saved their asses and like, okay, we're still here. Not like Marvel. Marvel said, knock it all the fuck out. I mean, out of all those Marvel movies, which one really was bad to you?
Iron Man 2.
Okay, a lot of people didn't like that one. Okay, I get that. I get that. A lot of people didn't like that. But I'm saying Iron Man 3, then the Ant-Man movies, Doctor Strange, all of that led up to a big, big finish. But all of them, with the exception of Iron Man 2, which you didn't like, all of them were pretty good.
Yeah.
They all left you hanging on for more. Like, oh, give me more, give me more, give me more. DC couldn't pull that off. They didn't pull that off. So now, it's like they have to start over again, more or less. More or less, they have to start over. And hopefully, they'll get it right. The Snyder Cut, the writing has to be better. Don't take a whole bunch of creative licensing on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Best case in point where it didn't work was Batman and Robin. With George Clooney playing Batman.
God.
Okay. Bane was a mindless, that just didn't fucking work. It was too colorful, too cheesy, all flash, no substance. Whereas Bane in Dark Knight Rises was the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to beat the shit out of you and intelligently beat the shit out of you. Not just be a mindless assassin or a mindless bodyguard for Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy, which I didn't fucking like.
That gave me an idea, though.
Okay.
This would be really cool if DC went this route. Have the DC universe, but make movies that are kind of like the live action, though.
Right.
The animated series back in the 90s.
What do you mean?
So you take the 30-minute episodes of either of the animated series. Well, maybe not the Justice League ones. That's a little more difficult. You could do like a three movie build up for Darkseid.
Right.
But for the standalones, like you can do a movie. Do an intro movie, but then after that, it's just they're just villain movies, and each movie will be different because it's a different type of villain.
Right. But which leads to which villains would you use and why?
So I would love to see a Brainiac movie.
That will work. That might work.
Because the closest we've gotten to, could be argued, is Superman 3 with the machine that they build. But that's not even really Brainiac.
Yeah.
But that's like the closest we've gotten on screen so far.
Yeah.
And it would, I mean, maybe throw in Bizarro Superman because, again, the closest we've gotten with that is Superman 3 where Superman's drunk.
Yes.
That's like the closest we've gotten to Bizarro Superman. But get away from Lex Luthor, especially Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. Get away from there.
That didn't bother. I was shocked by that call of him.
Oh, I hated that.
But I was like, okay, I get it. I wish I could. It's one of the things where you wish you were a fly on the fucking wall to hear why this decision is being made and how this decision is being made. Like, why him and not him? Why her and not her? Because there are some obvious ones that were just too rumored, and they weren't going to be true. Like, I remember hearing about Bryan Cranston was offered to play
that would have been
Lex
amazing.
Luthor, but the rumor got back to him, and he said, "No, I'm not interested."
No. What they could have done? They could have gotten Clancy Brown, who was the voice actor for Lex
that
Luthor,
might have fucking worked.
because he actually looks like the cartoon, and we've seen him bald before in the hilariously bad Highlander movie.
That wasn't bad like that.
It's hilariously bad.
The third one sucked. The third Highlander movie sucked ass. The fourth one, a little more tolerable.
I haven't seen past the first one.
Well,
but just to make the argument that Clancy Brown could have
Clancy
been...
Brown is dope, yeah.
Could have been the live-action Lex Luthor in the Snyder...
Because he can play ruthless motherfuckers. We've seen that.
In the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
He could have easily...
Yes, I agree with you. I think he could have pulled the fuck off.
I think you first said the the actor who played Lex in Smallville would have been a good choice too.
If they wanted to go to the movie version, but television and live action movies, that's another apples and oranges type thing. And I even saw a Comic-Con with Michael Rosenbaum. Somebody told him on the street, Gene Hackman's a better Lex Luthor than you. And he was like, yeah. Like, he agreed, like, yeah, motherfucker,
Well, I mean,
think? Like,
Gene Hackman's a different Lex Luthor. He's campy but ruthless at the same time.
right. Well, Michael Rosenbaum's TV version was a little more ruthless.
Yeah.
And you understood where he was coming from. Funny you say that, because John Glover, who played his father, was also the same type of character in the Shazam movie, but you didn't fucking see. You got to do your homework on this one, Playboy.
I might just
I'm telling you. Just break down and watch it.
I normally just want to watch it.
Just watch it.
Do you think it's on Netflix?
No, it's on Netflix.
Good. Yeah, I normally don't like buying things before I've seen it, but I might just bite the bullet and watch it because I've heard a lot of good things about Shazam.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was a standalone movie, but it was good. It wasn't about him eventually joining Justice League or anything like that. Like I said, you have to... between live action, cartoons, and television, we talking... Never mind apples and oranges. We're talking apples, oranges, and pears here. Because as much as you want to see something you saw on animation, like Justice League, the animated television show, you would love to see something like that on live action screen, but you want that exact story. And they can never do it. They never do it. It doesn't happen. You have the reference. I just want to understand when they take creative licensing and rewrite little things that just don't work and eventually suck in movies. You have the biggest library ever fucking made at your disposal. Every DC comic and the cartoons.
Well,
just go to them as a good reference point.
That's why they're killing it in movies, right. Which I want to get to Hush. You built up Hush quite a bit. Mm-hmm. I bought it.
You didn't like it?
I watched it.
You didn't like it?
It's entertaining.
But you didn't like it?
Not as much as you seem to.
I liked it. I'm like, you know what? It was just the different twist at the end. I was expecting Thomas Elliott to be like a real asshole, like he normally has been. The way they portrayed him in video games, like a very vindictive, jealous asshole who has it all right there in front of him, but he's not happy. Well, he wants Bruce Wayne's life.
Thomas Elliott. I don't remember that in the movie.
That's what I'm saying. In the video game, they did like that in the video game.
Oh.
But in the Hush animated movie, they were best friends.
I saw that a mile away.
Different. Yeah. But
I saw the Riddler being Hush.
See, I didn't catch that at first. Yeah. I really didn't catch that.
Did you read the original comic?
No. I should have. Yeah. But I didn't.
I don't know. You just hyped it up too much.
All right. Well.
I was like, here it is, because you were a couple of saying like, if they ever have Hush in theaters, you and I got to go see Hush.
Yes, but if they would did it that way, sure. But they didn't do it that way.
Well, they couldn't because of COVID.
But I'm saying the way it was written in the comic books, they didn't do it that way for the movie.
Oh.
And for an animated movie, you can slightly get away with it better than you can live action.
Yeah.
The animated movie, you can get away with a little more twists and turns, a little more creative licensing. A live action movie, everyone's pissed at you. Everybody's pissed at you. Why did you do that? Why didn't you know what I'm saying? Some things you can get away with, little things, but something that was written to be like this since day one, and now you change it because you want to call it creative licensing. It's like, no, it doesn't. It pisses people off. Because you keep doing it, it's going to piss people off. I mean, we've seen it. You saw it with, like I said, Batman and Robin. You see the third Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire's version. You saw it there. It's always something that's like, oh, God. Sometimes, and hear me on this one, Hollywood. Hear me on this one, everybody. Sometimes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Sometimes, not every time. But for the most part, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We've been doing it like this for 40 fucking years, and it's been working.
It's been longer than that.
Well, I'm just saying, every Batman's only, what, 75?
No, he's like 80.
80 years old,
yeah,
okay.
Batman and Superman are like
but
80.
some of the things have worked. Not everything, but a lot of it's work.
Right.
So don't go change it now because something just came over you and you said, fuck it? Like, no, you can't do that.
Another one of the recent releases for the movies was Superman Red Son. Did you see that one yet?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Not quite what I expected.
No, I never read it either, which I know I should have, and I didn't. But I liked it.
I mean, I've read the very last page in the comic book when I was in the store.
Right.
And it had, maybe it was another comic. I don't know. But the end of it was like if the wind just shifted the spaceship just a little over, he could have landed in Russia or something like that. And I liked that ending. They didn't quite go with that ending.
Right.
But it was an interesting take. Especially Batman in that movie.
Yeah, I know.
I love that.
He was just mean as fuck. He didn't give a fuck. And willing to die to prove his point.
Yes.
Like, holy shit.
That was amazing that they made him Russian.
Go figure. And Wonder Woman, that was a twist. I didn't see that coming. When he's trying to hit on her, it's just, I'm from an island full of women. Make of that what you will. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Like, that's the first time I've ever really heard it put like that. Because you would assume that, but until she actually says it, you're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like.
But no, what was a real twist in that? Lex Luthor actually being a good guy.
Yeah.
And not just being like a good guy on the surface, being evil behind the scenes. No,
right.
He was a genuine good guy.
Yeah.
It was really interesting to see that.
Doesn't happen very often with those stories.
No, but it's really, that's why I love these Elseworlds. That
one, and they make Lex Luthor a good guy in Flashpoint Paradox?
I haven't seen
He was
that
kind
one.
of a good guy in
That's
that.
one of the many.
You never saw that one? Justice League Flashpoint Paradox?
No, I have a lot of animated.
That's the one. Now that they desperately want a live action version of.
That would, well.
With the Flash. Because they don't want to see another Flash origin story. We got that already.
They could fix the DC Universe live action that way. That's been the argument for a while.
If they could really pull off a live action Flashpoint Paradox, that would be dope. They could really fucking pull that off, it'd be nice. But you would have to have every fucking body in it. You had to have Aquaman, Wonder Woman.
I wouldn't mind seeing that as a standalone. Because that way they could...
It's not a standalone, though.
But they could. It would be nice. It would be an interesting
There would be a lot of variables in that one. Because you have to have someone playing Thomas Wayne,
right,
who's kicking ass.
That's what I'm getting.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at. To my knowledge, they touch on the fact where in this alternate universe, or this alternate timeline, Bruce dies.
Right.
Thomas Wayne becomes Batman, and Martha becomes the Joker.
She was a fucking mind becomes
Joker.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why I want to see Paradox. I want to see that aspect.
If you can pull that off in live action, people lose their fucking minds.
But I don't know how well it would work in a regular timeline. I think it could only really work as a standalone because it's too much. It
wouldn't be a standalone because everyone's in it. It would have to be a standalone movie. I see what you're saying, but
unless they try to copy Marvel again.
No.
Hear me out real quick.
What?
Unless they try to copy Marvel again, where they do like the time jumping.
Right.
But it's, of course, Flash is the only one time jumping. But they do it like the end of the DC universe, and they're trying to stop Darkseid, and Flash has to jump through all these timeline hoops.
It would have to be a standalone movie by itself, but at the same time, you have all these other characters in it. You would have to show Wonder Woman cutting off Aquaman's wife's head. You never saw it, did you? Oh my God! You have to show the fight. You have to show the fucking. You have to show everything.
Oh my God!
You got to remember, the stuff that comes on straight to video isn't for children. It's PG-13 and above.
Oh well, you still have the Adam West ones, which I still need to see.
My son can watch that and get a kick out of that. I can watch that and get a good chuckle. Like, oh shit! I see the wire. Oh, he didn't really hit him.
No, I mean the animated Adam West ones.
Oh, I got those. Yeah, I see. Those were funny.
Yeah,
they were good for what they were. And they're entertaining enough as hell. And I enjoy watching them. But I'm saying as far as Flashpoint Paradox, that would take... first of all, the budget would be a king's ransom. Because you're going to take place now, then you're going to go back, then you have to have all these actors playing these characters again. So if we already seen Jason Momoa play Aquaman.
Right.
If you were to do Flashpoint Paradox, people would get pissed if you got someone else to play Aquaman. He's done it already and he's pulled it off. He's Aquaman. So don't go back and don't give me the blonde hair, blue eyed motherfucker now. No. Don't do that.
Actually, I was just thinking if they did make Flashpoint Paradox live action and fit in everything, I think to make it work and flow better is to make it a two-parter.
That could work.
Because I think it would be way too much.
Because it's a lot to put in.
Yeah, I mean...
It's a whole lot to put in.
Most of these superhero movies nowadays are 2.5 hours.
And there's so much to put the fuck in.
If you were to make Flashpoint Paradox just one movie...
Like a trilogy?
It would be 3 hours.
Like Star Wars trilogy? Where I'm saying, because you want to put so much in.
Yeah.
It's easy to put every fucking thing in an animated movie that's an hour and a half. Yeah. That's nothing. But for live action, that's twice the work, twice the personnel, 5 times the budget to get all this in. So it has to be a trilogy or a two-part, whatever the fuck you want to break it down to. But it could work. But I would love to see a live action. Everyone wants to see a live action Flashpoint Paradox. Fuck an origin story. We got that already.
Yeah.
Go forward. Take us somewhere. When you go to the movies, when you pop in that Blu-ray, you pop in that DVD, you're streaming, you're fucking Fire Stick, whatever. If it's something if it's a movie that you've never seen before, the whole point of that, like I said before, I want the fan take me away from this bullshit for a while. I paid all the bills, take every responsibility. I want some entertainment. Take my mind someplace else. Take me here into this world where this can happen. If only for 2.5 hours. If only for a trilogy. Show it to me. Let me believe that, oh shit, Darkseid is coming. What are we going to do? We got to get every fucking body.
Yeah.
And anybody who's ever seen the Justice League Unlimited cartoon, that's every fucking body. The guys that Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers, they asked permission from Warner Brothers, what characters can we use? They said, go ahead, knock yourself out.
Oh, wow.
You could use all of them. So even the B-listers and the C-listers have all gotten some screen time. If only for half an episode at a time. I never heard of Fire and Ice. Hawk and Dove. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, until I saw those cartoons. And Booster Gold. Like, oh shit, this dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. But if that was to happen, another Justice League live action movie, were you gonna pull that off? It would have to be a trilogy. Because you're pulling everybody from the whole fucking universe. Characters that you've never seen before, never heard of before, but have been around forever, now get some screen time.
Now, if they ever do get the Darkseid, would you want them to get Michael Ironside to voice him again?
If he would do it, yes. But, see, the thing is, we're so used to one particular actor, one particular voice. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to hear nobody else, which is unfair, but sometimes you want what you want. Other people have done the voice of Darkseid. Michael Ironside, Andre Brower, and a few other people. But you want him because he's done it the most. You want Kevin Conroy because he's done it the most. Bruce Greenwood is nice. Don't get me twisted.
Oh, no, not
Bruce Greenwood is nice, but everybody wants Kevin Conroy.
Not simply because Kevin Conroy's done it the most. He is the voice of Batman. Right. It doesn't matter if he's done it once or if he's done it 1,000 times. It's just his particular take on the Dark Knight is so iconic and just so quintessential Batman.
Right.
I argue that the only person that can take over for him is Troy Baker.
You like Bruce Greenwood?
Which ones has he done?
He did Batman Under the Red Hood.
I haven't seen that one.
He did Under the Red Hood. He does quite a few of them. I can't name all of them right now, but he did Under the Red Hood. And he's done at least 5 or 6, maybe more.
Mm.
Kevin Conroy done it the most.
Right.
And you've had Troy Baker and everyone else come in. But it's mostly been Kevin Conroy and Bruce Greenwood. They done. I can't think of anybody else who's done it. Besides those two, but Kevin Conroy's been doing it since.
Oh, who is the original RoboCop?
Peter Weller.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was.
He did it a
Dark
couple
Knight
times.
Returns.
Right.
Yeah.
Peter Weller did it for those times. Yeah.
You also have what's his name from the Lego Batman movie?
Will Arnett.
Yeah. He's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I know,
I mean,
but
he could easily take the voice he uses.
But he's
for
like
that
too
movie.
serious. For Lego it works, but I can't picture Will Arnett's voice as Batman for the Killing Joke.
I think he could pull it off.
You know what I'm saying?
If it was in a more serious setting and not like a kid's movie where he's playing the straight guy, but he's also being.
But he's
funny.
like too fucking straight. Like,
No. I think it could work. I think Will Arnett would do a good job.
We'll have to see. We'll never know, unless something fucking happens in the universe.
Ironside played Batman once.
Yeah, should have had
in the one animated series. I can't remember the name of it. The Legend of the Bats, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And in that one episode, they do the Dark Knight Returns, just the fight scene between.
Yeah, that was Michael.
That was Michael Ironside playing Batman.
No, it was Peter Weller, I believe.
No. In the animated series. There's an episode called The Legend of the Bats, I think, or Legend of the Dark Knight, something like that. These kids.
No. Yeah, no, you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was Peter Weller. Peter Weller did it because he fought the mutant guy in the junkyard.
Right, but
and then there was another one.
But I'm telling you, in the
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
That was one story.
Right. And that's Michael Ironside's Batman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Weller did the movie. Ironside did the one story in one episode. Yeah.
You're right. So, like I said, they're talented voice actors that you would love to see on the big screen if they could pull it off. Like you said, you want to see Clancy Brown play Lex Luthor on live action. Why the fuck not? It has to look good on screen. But screen testing shit comes in. So how would it look? How you sound is one thing. Looking at you is something else.
Well, Austin and I talked about it on the last time we talked about superheroes. Mm-hmm. Kevin Conroy actually got to be Batman.
Right.
Which was really cool.
On that episode of... I get that.
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, I wish he was more of the good Batman. Because the Batman he played now was like...
Old, sour, mean motherfucker just didn't care no more. Yeah,
well, I mean, it's like the old, I don't know, quote that Alfred has about Bruce.
What,
every night he goes to the edge of and stares into the abyss, but he doesn't fall in. Well, that Batman that Kevin Conroy portrays in the crossover fell into the abyss.
Right.
And it was cool seeing that, but it's also kind of depressing to see Batman just kind of give into the abyss. It's
after a while you're going to take it with so much.
Right, but it's just, I don't know.
For that,
I'm glad it's only one episode.
Right,
it's not an entire series.
In that alternate world, it happened to work.
I don't think I could watch an entire series where Batman just gives in and becomes a murderer. But
in Batman vs Superman, he did kill.
Right.
He did kill. He blew shit up. He was shooting at people.
Which is why I didn't really like Batman vs Superman.
I loved it because of that. I wanted to see you. I always want to see Batman kick ass, physically kick ass.
Right, but you don't want to see him murder people.
We're talking about the worst of the worst criminals.
It wasn't like a code.
True, but Ben Affleck played him differently. He's a little older. He's drinking more. He's banging more women down just for the fuck of it. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for the bullshit.
I will give it that BVS gave us the best Batman fighting scenes we've ever seen. Good. They're like straight out of the Arkham games. Right. That fighting style. Yes, it's absolutely awesome.
I thought they would do that with Christian Bale's version, but they didn't do it as much.
No, I don't like that choreography in the Bale movies.
But the ones with Ben Affleck, that's what you wanted to see. Grab the guy and just smash him on the fucking concrete. You know what I mean? Punch the shit out of the guy. Take a stabbing and keep on. You just have to keep going.
It's the first live action where you see like a realistic way that Batman would actually take on like 20 people.
Right. That's what you want to see. I want to see, for every Batman movie they ever make for the rest of our fucking lives, I want it to be the good detective story, but every 20 minutes or so, I want a 10-minute action scene where he's physically kicking ass in the room. I don't care if it's one person or it's 10 people in the room.
Oh,
you want to see him physically get down like that.
That reminds me, like, the only movie that's done that so far, well, okay, you could argue that the new animated movies have done it, but the first movie to give, like, a real Batman story was Phantom Menace. I mean, not Phantom Menace, sorry. Mask of the Phantasm.
Right. Wow, did you go jumping?
Yeah.
Like, Phantom, what the fuck? But yeah, Mask of the Phantom, which is funny because it was a great movie, but didn't make money box office wise.
Well, it didn't have the greatest of advertising. And I think another...
that's funny. I thought it did at a time that I saw it on... I literally saw it on billboards.
Well, yeah, as a kid, you were like...
And I was a teenager, like, oh shit, oh yeah. But for some reason, it just didn't make the money. Right. It was a damn good movie, but box office wise, it was disappointing. But it was a good movie. That's the first time I saw Bruce Wayne really second guess it and say, maybe I shouldn't do this. But something else happens, and then go figure, it happens. He does it anyway. Which you knew was going to happen. You were just curious why, because that story was never told before. You never heard about some girl he was going to fucking marry. He proposed to the broad. He proposed to her, and she said yes. But her father was laundering money for the gangsters, and you know how gangsters are about their fucking money. So he had to leave town, go all this bullshit, and get back his ring and all that kind of bullshit. So, but it was a great story, though. Damn good story.
I think it's the greatest Batman movie to grace the screen so far.
Animated one? Yeah.
No, period.
Oh, that's a bold statement there, Playboy. That's the greatest?
Yes, to grace the screen.
Everybody's different.
After that, it would be the first Burton movie.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But wait a minute now, because the first Burton movie came out years before Mask of the Phantasm. Yeah.
Only about 5.
Tim Burton's came out in, 89?
Yeah.
Mask of the Phantasm came out in the 90s, like 93, 94.
It was like 3 to 5 years after the first Burton.
Because after the first 2 Burton movies blew up, that's when Batman animated series came out. It wasn't...
I don't remember when Returns came out.
Returns came out in 92.
I think the first season of the animated series is out by then.
Yeah. But it was already flowing long before Batman Forever was fucking thought of. So, and Batman the Animated Series is considered one of the greatest television shows of all fucking time. So, go figure. I'd rather look at that than fucking Friends 10,000 times a day. But that's another story.
Now, you've seen more of the Marvel animated movies than I have. I've only seen Planet Hulk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
well, DC has done more.
Oh, yeah.
Marvel hasn't done as many.
I can't think of a recent Marvel animated movie.
They haven't done one in a long time. I can think of.
They probably stopped shortly after Wave 1.
They don't need to make any more. It would be nice if they really could put a few out. Something to hold you over until the next live action stuff comes out. But nobody can do anything right now.
I really want to see... Isn't there one where it's Deadpool, Wolverine, and Hulk?
Yeah, it's called...
They did do that one?
Yeah, it was a two discs. One was Hulk versus Wolverine, and the other one was Hulk versus Thor.
And Deadpool's in the Wolverine one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Being the normal asshole that he is. Ryan Reynolds was born to play for
he
Deadpool.
Voiced him?
No.
Oh.
He wasn't. No, there was some actor they've hired 10,000 times before Deadpool.
Oh,
but I'm saying Ryan Reynolds was perfect. He played it like that.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for the third one.
Wade Wilson, the merc with the mouth, Deadpool. And that's how he played. Watch that. Deadpool's an asshole. He's an asshole. He's deadly as hell, and he means what he says, but he's an asshole nonetheless. Take it. Oh, man, next time you get a chance, look at that one. That was a good one.
And then they come out with a few Avenger movies.
Animated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know if they're tied to the MCU at all?
No. Well, there was a little bit because they did 2 of them. The second one had Black Panther in it. There's a Doctor Strange anime movie. You ever see that one?
No.
Oh!
I missed all of them except for Planet Hulk.
Okay, before that, you gotta go back. There's 2 Avengers animated movies. There's one, because the second one they have, like I said, they have Black Panther in the second one. There's Doctor Strange animated movie, which was good. And there's a few of them. They only did a few.
Yeah,
there's an Iron Man.
It's probably 20 total.
There's an animated Iron Man movie that was good.
To DC's 200.
It was the animated movie of Iron Man. He already had the suits already. It wasn't like the movie. He already had the suits already, and his buddy Rhodey didn't know about it. He had all these suits done already and just hid them. Didn't say anything. So it was a different take on it. But they were pretty good. There was even one which took place in the future or something where it was their children. Something like that. Then there's another one. It was in the future. Oh, what the hell did they do? Hulk was older. It was funny. Bruce Banner was like this old man trying to meditate and be at peace, and then he would turn into Hulk and he was like bald and all this. It was really fuck. I can't remember the name of it. I have to show it to you. But it took place kind of like in the future because of Ultron or something like that. It was good. There's been some doozies, but DC has blown them out the water when it comes to the animated movies. Marvel is the king of live action, no doubt about it. But DC kicked ass in the animated movie front. They kept cranking them the fuck out. They just every season it was like holy fuck, another one. But they keep going back but they think they're slick because it's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, Batman, Superman, Justice League, Batman, Superman, Justice League.
Yeah, and there's like one Aquaman movie.
Right, because here's the funny part. It's tied to Justice League because, and here's what people have to remember. The animated Wonder Woman movie undersold. It undersold. So because of it underselling, they put the Aquaman and a Batgirl animated movie on hold. Because Wonder Woman undersold. And here's how, let me tell you motherfuckers something right. Let me tell you something right here. Don't fall for the commemorative edition or the gold edition of something when they put it out. Wonder Woman undersold. They re-released it, the commemorative edition, after the live action movie came out. Try to make up some of that money they didn't get the first time. I don't know if it's sold or not, but don't fall for the banana tailpipe, people. Don't. If you're going to buy something, buy it because you want to buy it. If it undersells, okay. People still write letters. Do people write letters anymore?
Probably.
Write letters, write emails, tell them, look, I want to see a Batgirl animated movie. Will they ever do a Batgirl solo live action? Maybe. But in the meantime, how about a Batgirl animated movie? A Nightwing animated movie? An Aquaman solo animated movie? They did one with Aquaman, but it was tied to Justice League.
Yeah.
It wasn't a solo one. That's what you want. You want a solo one. As soon as they read the numbers and say, oh, this undersold, so we can't do this, we'll put this on the back burner. Then 3 years go by.
I mean, I can see why we haven't gotten more diverse hero movies from them, because Batman and Superman just sell so well.
They sell all over the fucking world, like to this day.
Well. I mean, I don't have all the Batman animated movies, but
I do.
I'm on my way to getting them. There's still a handful that I've missed, but for the most part, I've been getting each one that comes out.
They're the top selling. They're on opposite ends of the spectrum. I have a T-shirt like that has Batman on one side, Superman on the other, and they're facing each other. One nighttime scene, one daytime scene,
right.
Which is who they are.
Right.
It is who they is. It is what it is. If you ever seen The Dark Knight Returns, the one where Peter Weller is the voice of Batman, I think there's a scene where he's arguing with Superman as Clark Kent or Superman.
Right.
And he's telling him, your problem is you want to be the golden boy. You want to be the hero. That's your problem. I don't need them to love me. I'm going to do this anyway. You try and stop me. You want to stay on everybody's good side and do everything, you go ahead. I'm going to do what I got to do. And they wind up fighting over it, which they do in the cartoons. And remember World's Finest?
Right.
They argue before they get along. Every fucking time they just have two different ways of doing the same thing. Batman will beat you the fuck down and leave you for the cops. Superman will just catch you and just drop you off in front of the police station.
Well, if Superman beat the crap out of you.
He would kill it, exactly. Yeah. Now, compare that to Marvel, Daredevil, and the Punisher. Daredevil believes in the law. He will catch you, beat you down, but he'll leave you for the law. The evidence and everything, he'll leave you for the law. What does the Punisher do? He doesn't do that. I find you, I'm going to kill you, that's it. That's it. No time for trial, no bullshit. From the purse snatcher to the pedophile, you will die. That's it. That's just me, people. It is, like I said, we're working steps. This is, when we watch these things or read about these things, it's our way of escaping for a little bit. It's all entertainment, but yeah, your imagination can go wild. It has with, I know it has with me. I don't care if you live in Philadelphia, New York, Detroit, Toronto, anywhere where there's a big, gorgeous city skyline. Use your imagination, people, especially if you read comic books and read this type of thing. And read even the novels, let alone the comic books, but the graphic novels. Your imagination takes over. You can look up at the skyline and picture them up in the sky. It's just relax, release your mind a little bit, ease your mind. Ease your mind, the rest will follow. And how the song go? So
I think so.
Just at the end of the day, when smoke clears and it's all said and done, you want that little bit of fantasy. You want that little bit of just, okay, could that happen in real life? No, probably not. But it's good to see. It's good to see it, period. Where sometimes the bad guys might get away with something here and there. But for the most part, the good guys win. You want to see the good guys win when you really want. I'm not talking about like the movie Heat, where they rob the bank and get away with it. Fuck it. Let's throw some money from the government. The hell with it. Who cares? But when you want to see the good guys get a win, when someone is going through something on a global scale, to blow up half the planet, to kill half these people, for whatever world dominating reason they have, you want to see the good guys win. They take like I said, they take the bumps and the bruises and the bullshit from the politicians, but they do it anyway. And whether it's a live action movie, an animated movie, a graphic novel, a comic book, or us in real life sitting here talking to you. Greatest thing ever fucking said. Stan Lee hit it perfectly. With great power comes great responsibility. I love the idea of that. Because it makes you do what you're supposed to do. Just saying that makes you think and feel and believe and understand. Do what you're supposed to do. No matter what it is. Is it easy? No. But you get up and do it anyway. I always liked the concept of that. You can't go wrong with that. And yeah, I may sound crazy being a 45-year-old man sitting here saying that, but it's true. Work hard, play hard. Look at this. I'm 45 years old. I'm wearing a goddamn Transformers t-shirt with Optimus Prime on it. Yes. So what? My lady got it for me. She knows I like this type of stuff.
This is the first conversation of many.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure yet, because we're still recording this, what movies I'm going to put in the description below for you to check out and pick up. But go
start with all of them.
All of them.
Well, you know what? There's more DC ones and less Marvel ones. So start small, work your way up. Start with the Marvel ones first.
I'm going to put some of my favorite picks down there. Click on the links below. You'll be getting yourself an awesome movie, and you're going to be help build the channel, build a community where we can have conversations like this. Do you still want to be found on Facebook, or do you not want to?
You know what? I'll take a chance. Why not?
All right.
I know I'm probably gonna catch hell from half the people I know, probably from everybody, and more hell from people I don't know.
All right.
So who knows?
If you want to continue the conversation with Walt, you can find him on Facebook at Walter Tisdale. You can find Jamsin Entertainment on Facebook and YouTube, and you can find the podcast on all your podcast platforms. I'm on Twitch now. I'm streaming on Sundays and Tuesdays at 7 p.m., so check me out there, twitch.tv/Jamsin_E85. Let us know in the comments below your favorite DC or Marvel movies, animated or live action, and who's your favorite in acting in any of those.
Mm-hmm.
If you like what you saw, like it. If you think other people like it, share it. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. It's over here. Thank you for watching and listening, and live your imagination.